It was on January 8th, 2014, senior year in high school, second league game. 20 minutes in, I go for a 50-50 ball. I fell to the ground crying, feeling a pain that I've never felt as being an athlete for 15 years. It made me think, like, what's going to happen with my knee? Or is it really this bad? The results were a torn ACL and MCL. February 26th of 2014, a month and a half later, I went in at 5 o'clock in the morning. The surgery was supposed to be 2 hours. It ended up being 5 hours. And not only was it my ACL and my MCL, but they also found out that it was my meniscus. Therapy for 8 months, 3 times a week for 2 hours. I was on crutches for 3 months. I had 4 different knee braces, and I had to learn how to walk and run again on my own. I was out of soccer for 10 months. Doctor had said I would be out for a year. I've worked hard every day, do some exercise, make my legs stronger. It only took me 10 months so I could play again. To overcome this injury was probably one of the hardest things I've experienced in the 19 years that I've been alive. I felt helpless. I always needed someone with me, take me to the restroom, shower me, get me dressed, pull me out of bed. I went to doctors like every other week. My mom had to take me. So painful. I cried and cried and cried. I had to get a stronger medicine in high school and didn't get the opportunity to play at those colleges due to me being injured. I went to Hancock not knowing if I was going to play there. It was all depending if my leg was strong enough or not. As I said, my doctor said it would take a year. I wanted to play so bad that I worked my leg. That way I can be ready for season. I went to the trainers every day to do weights in the morning. I would go to the practices and run, and even sometimes set up little drills in my backyard to help me get stronger. My doctor then noticed my leg, and then and there he said I was able to play again. And that feeling was pretty amazing. At the time when he told me that I could play soccer, I couldn't wait to get back on the field. I was so excited I wanted to go to practice the next day already. I had to wait for a specific brace that I needed that I have to wear at all times when I play soccer, which really sucks, but I mean, if it helps me to prevent this injury again, it's all worth it. Playing for Hancock, I missed half of preseason and then I started October 1st of 2014. My second game in, which we were playing in Oxnard against Oxnard. After the game, my coach had came up to me and was like, Izzy, we have some people that want to talk to you. And it was 2 coaches from University of Antelope Valley recruiting me, saying that they're interested in me and would like me to go visit the college next week. I ended up going. I stayed there for 2 days. I practiced with them. They showed me around campus and it was a great experience. Don't know if I'm gonna go, but it was one of the best feelings because I've gone through so much and I got rewarded in the end. The reason why I never gave up was because I've always had such a strong passion for soccer. I lived it, I breathe it, I eat it. I wanted the ball. I wanted to go to practice. I wanted to be the best player. And I knew after all these doctor's appointments, therapy, knee braces, all the pain, that it would be worth it to play again, even just to run because I couldn't walk for so many months. I also wanted to prove to myself that I can overcome anything that comes in my path in life. I know I can do it, just gotta push through it. Some advice that I'd give to athletes: the injury is part of being an athlete. You've just got to stay positive. And if you don't think you can do it, you can. I know it's a lot of pain. I know it's a lot of laying down and being on the sidelines. Playing again is probably the best feeling ever. You can work your way up, be even better than you were before. If you have a strong passion for the sport like you say you do, you know you would do anything to play again. Just push yourself, stay positive. You have family and friends to support you. I know I did. And my cousin Mondo always told me when I was going through the whole 10 months of recovery that a setback is set up for a comeback. So always keep that in mind. You never give up. Basically, never give up.
Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight.